for the serious gamer.
What's up, freaks? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Going to show you a little domination in Terminal. I don't show a lot of domination, so pick up what you can if I show you, or just watch it and criticize the shit out of it. You know, I have a feeling that we just might see some hardcore camping. Now, I got that feeling because I made the goddamn video, so I know there's going to be some camping. But if any of you have seen my other domination video that I've done so far, one other one, you'll see that my theory on how to win this and my system, it's not just my theory. I mean, this is something that Spiderbite and I have both always sort of upheld whenever we played domination. We don't play it very often because, well, quite frankly, we get, you know, frustrated and by all the goons running around, so we don't play it very often. But it's Control 2. Control B is the key. We always say B is the key. B is the key because B is usually, and not always, but most of the time, B is the hardest one to control because it's in the middle. Both teams are going for it, and it can be very problematic. It's very hard to hold on to. So if you get it early in the beginning, like we did here, it makes the game so much easier. The other aspect is you only need 2 to win. If you only collect 2, like they're Pokemon or something. If you only control 2 of the 3 flags, it makes the game so much easier, and I mean so much easier to actually control. The reason being is, if you only collect 2, the 3rd flag that they actually control is where they spawn. So you actually are controlling their spawn. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go and spawn kill and everything like that. As a matter of fact, I highly recommend that you don't. The reason being is because if you spawn kill, it starts screwing up the reason why you only want to collect 2 in the first place, which is you'll start scattering them. If you actually go there and you spawn kill, you know, like, oh, hey, this is where they're all going to spawn up and everything like that, they're going to start, you know, naturally the spawn system's going to make them in other areas. And then all of a sudden you've got the enemy spawning up like a friggin' virus everywhere. And you don't want that. You want to control where they're coming. You want to kind of have a rough idea as to where they're going to be approaching from. And here, even though, you know, you see dudes going in for A because they're, well, I shouldn't say they're idiots, but I'm going to anyway. Because they're idiots. And they don't get it. I mean, this is also why we never usually play domination, is not a lot of people even try and accomplish the the tasks or the, you know, what you're supposed to actually do. Control the flags. They come in here with no sort of real strategy, and yes, you know, I mean, that's our job. Our job is to over-strategize things, think about it so damn much that our veins are popping out of our head, and we get frustrated. Why are you doing that? And, you know, there's a ton of people that just come on here, run around, and kind of, you know, hey, I know I got to stand around a flag, and I control it, and then I get some points, but other than that, creating strategy or thinking about tactics is sort of goes beyond their 2 brain cells that are, you know, working in their head. So that's where we come in, and we're going to supplement those brain cells for those of you that struggle to think of anything reasonable that will help you win. So 2 things you need to pull from this: B is the key, and only control 2. Don't go buck wild over their flag. I think we lost control of 2 flags. No, we still got 2. Okay. Anyway, and they make quick short of this. More or less, I mean, I'm not camping necessarily. Other than that, obviously, it was a chopper gunner. You got to camp or you're an idiot. Other than, you know, that chopper gunner when you pull in kill streaks or whatever, which I'm kind of getting bored of, to be quite honest with you. You want to hang around one of the flags. I got Killer God. Killer God has opted to defend the other one. And together, regardless as to how many Nimrods we have on our team, which never follow it, and I'm saying this because we played a lot of games, Killer God and myself basically win the friggin' games. We win the games because, number one, we controlled the flags when the rest of our teammates are running around like idiots, not knowing what the hell they're doing, with not a friggin' clue as to any strategy. You don't even need that. If you go in with this game with like a half-decent dude that you game with all the time. I don't know, whatever, if he's your lover. I don't really care. Anyway, if you go in here and you got even just one other dude, one of you protect one flag and the other one protect the other. Simple as that. Let the rest of the idiots run around and run and gun and get blazed by crazy spawning enemy viral pieces of garbage. Yes, I know I'm going a little overboard. But anyway, you know what I mean. Let them run around, because trust me, if they go in there and they start rushing the spawn area, or where they perceive to be the spawn area, which is usually the other flag, then they're going to start spawning. They're going to be in the middle of an enemy spawn fest, and they're going to die. And I'm not saying dying is a bad thing. Like, who really cares? As long I'm more for the win, and I will die. And that's why you see me use tactical insertion. Any other time, I don't use things like tactical insertion or anything like that, because quite frankly, it's a loser equipment, loser perk. And I'm not saying like you're a loser as in you failed in life, please swallow this poisonous pill and end it now. I'm saying it's a loser mentality. You're going in and using these things like tactical insertion under the assumption that you're going to die. And that's, for me, it's all about your mentality, your thought process. If you think you're going to die, if you think, you know what, I'm going to get my ass handed to me, then you're probably going to get your ass handed to you. Don't go in there with that assumption. I mean, other than this is where I'm making the assumption. I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm just giving you my thoughts on this. Go in there, assume you're going to friggin' kick some ass. Put on the killer perks, put on killer equipment that you think is going to kill, you're going to annihilate, you're going to decimate the enemy. You know what I mean? And that is a good attitude to go in here. That's going to help you sort of gain confidence. That's going to help you get more kills rather than cowering in a corner. Hardcore camping, which is not something I do, regardless as to any douchebags out there that say that I camp. I strategically camp. I don't know, a tactical camper or whatever it is. I use that term so that people don't take too much of a dump on me or diarrhea. Anyway, in the Domination, you're gonna die. You can get lucky and you can get huge kill streaks, but you yourself are gonna sort of camp back, and you're not. The problem is, even with those guys that get like high kill streaks, you're a bunch of douchebags because you're actually not usually anywhere near the flags. You're sort of on the fringe of transition areas, and what I mean by that is areas where enemies are going to be running through to get to the flags. But the flags get controlled. You don't even go near them to control them, to lose them, and they're constantly going back and forth, and the points that your team is getting is irrelevant. So that's what makes you a prime grade A delicious slab of douchebag. Look at this guy. I don't even feel bad. When I get killed by someone with painkiller on, I don't feel bad at all. I mean, the dude got killed 4 times in a row. He deserves to get a kill. You know what I mean? Don't be hating on that guy. Although, again, this is where Modern Warfare 2 sucks my balls. They reward, and I'm sorry, and I'm not saying that we should constantly pound players, but you give a crutch to shitty players instead of forcing them to get better, which is what we all went through. I mean, I didn't come into Call of Duty series, thrashing everyone, but you give them stuff like Pain Pill, which makes them invincible for a second. They're not invincible. They suck ass. They died 4 times. They need to change their strategy. They need to change the way they're playing, and that's how they're going to get better. Anyway, more back to Domination. When you're playing Domination, notice I finally lost control there. I use tactical insertion, and I try not, except for in this case here, as I'm going to be a hypocrite, I try not to hang around where my tactical insertion is. Well, there, finally I get my ass up. Because if the enemy comes to you, or knifes you, or, sees you, you don't want to, look at this, boo-hoo-hoo, enemy's losing, so they're leaving. Anyway, you use tactical insertion so you pop up. If you get killed, you're going to pop up and annihilate them and protect a friggin' flag. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. For more strategies and tactics on Modern Warfare 2, visit NextGenTactics.com.